Hey everybody, welcome to number 15 of the Miss Terry's 52 Cupcake Recipe Challenge. Today we are doing one of my mother's favorite. It is a lemon meringue pie, is her favorite. So we've turned the lemon meringue pie into a cupcake. I'm going to tell you, I had to do a lot of prepping prior to the show because of the timing and actually making the meringue, but it's so going to be worth it. So first I pre-baked my cupcakes. I used the basic cupcake recipe. So I used 1.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar. I used a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mixed all the dry ingredients up in a bowl, and then I mixed up in my KitchenAid 2 large eggs, a 1/2 cup of olive oil, a 1/2 cup of buttermilk, and I put in a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of lemon extract. And then I grated an entire lemon, and I got enough lemon zest to equal like a loosely packed tablespoon. So I added that all in the wet ingredients and mixed it up. And then I added my dry ingredients, mixed it up, cooked them in the oven, baked them in the oven for 14 minutes exactly at a 350-degree temperature. And I think I got about 16, 17 cupcakes out of that recipe. So I went ahead too and I hollowed out the center here a little bit for me, because in the center I'm going to add in some lemon curd to give it that really pop, flavor of lemon, like a lemon meringue pie would be. So I already hollowed out some of our cupcakes for us. So I'm going to just go ahead and add in some of my lemon curd. I put it in a bowl to mix it up, just to loosen it up a little bit, because it is, like a firm gel when it's in the jar. So I just stirred it up a little bit with the spoon and mixed it up. And we've got our dollop of lemon curd in there. And when you bite into this cupcake, that lemon flavor is really going to pop. The cupcakes themselves are nice and lemony, and the lemon curd is just going to give it that extra fresh pop of lemon. It's going to be good. Okay. So I've got some of that in my cupcakes. Ta-da! Okay, now the meringue. I couldn't record the meringue so much because you have to actually mix it for 15 minutes. It's a long time. So how I made the Italian meringue is, by the way, my mom gave me this recipe for the Italian meringue. I've never made meringue before. Generally, when I've had the meringue, it's really foamy and kind of just really light, airy, foamy, spongy, sort of, if you will. This Italian meringue is, oh my gosh, to die for. It is really thick. It's not the light, fluffy type. It's just really, really thick and creamy and amazing. I could just eat it out of the bowl. So let me tell you how I made it. So first off, what I had to do was I took 6 ounces of water and put it in my small saucepan. I took, said 3/4 cup, so I doubled it. So I actually used, it would be 6/4. Let me do my math. 4. So I used 1.5 cups of sugar. So 6 ounces of water, 1.5 cups of sugar. Just dump the sugar in there. Don't stir it at all. Put it on a medium to high heat. Put your candy thermometer in the pan, and then wait for it to reach 240 degrees Fahrenheit. So while that was sitting and cooking for me, and it took about 10 minutes to get there. So while that was cooking and getting there, I went ahead and took 6 egg whites and 2 pinches of cream of tartar, that spiced cream of tartar, and I put it in here and I whipped it in my bowl, just the egg whites and the cream of tartar, and I probably whipped that about 10 minutes too. You got like medium-sized peaks. And then after I whipped that up, I was able to go back to the stove, and I'm looking at the thermometer, and I had to sit there and wait for, a few more minutes for it to reach the 240 degrees. So after it reached the 240 degrees, I had to take it and slowly drizzle it in the bowl while I was mixing it. So I had to mix, and I had to just like a slow drizzle, because this is so hot. It's kind of cooking the egg whites, if you will. But it really gets thick and creamy, so just pour it in slowly as you're mixing it. Don't dump the whole thing in at one time, because you'll end up ruining it. So with this slow drizzle, I whipped it with my little whip thing for an additional 15 minutes. So my hand even got hot, because that was a lot of whip mixing. But this meringue is, oh my gosh, it's just to die for. It's really shiny. It's like a, you know, almost like a dense, I guess, if you will. But it's just amazing. So I already put some in the piping bag. I wanted to use the round tip, but I can't find it anywhere in my kitchen. I've looked everywhere. It's missing. I'm going to have to get a new one. So right now I have the star tip, which is okay. It'll probably look pretty when I go to scorch the top of it a little bit. So just with the piping bag, I'm just going to put some meringue on the top. Just squeeze it on and let it flow out. Or you can go around in circles, if you will. But that one doesn't look so pretty, so I think I'm just going to squeeze it on top. Okay, and I have, actually Rick had this. I was surprised. So this is like a little kitchen torch thing. So it's so tiny, I'm not afraid of it. I was afraid to get it. It's one of those big fire torches. But this one's little, it's tiny, so I feel safe using it. So let me see if I can get this thing lit now. And nope. There it goes. I can hear it. So you just take your torch. Oops, it went out. Let's try this again. There it goes. You know what? I don't think it likes me doing that. So you can't do that. So let's try this again. I'll actually pick the cupcakes up. There it goes. So you just take it and burn. Oh, that's cute. Well, I got it on. Let me burn a couple. Careful not to burn yourself. But it's just kind of toasting it like a marshmallow. They're really cute. Cute. And my meringue didn't fall off. So I let it go, so that's still burning there. The gas has to stop burning out. So don't just set it down. Make sure that your fire is gone out. Come on. There it goes. It's out. Nice. So see how easy that was, though? Look how pretty. I don't know if you can see the little tops, that they're little burned tops here. So this is my mom's recipe here, her Italian meringue recipe that she gave me. So this is so good. So I have to deliver some of these yummy cupcakes to my mom as soon as I'm through. Now this was cupcake number 15, and we have 37 more to go. Woohoo! So this recipe definitely goes in the box for a yummy, yummy lemon meringue cupcake, and I get to be the first to taste it. So yay! Let's see. I think I have more than enough meringue to ice in my cupcakes with the recipe. It's gonna be good. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It is awesome. Tastes like a lemon meringue to me. Thank you guys. This is a must-try recipe. Yum. The lemon is just popping. The meringue, like I said, you could just eat it out of the bowl. It is so good. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Give it a try. It wasn't that complicated. Just the whipping, you know, you have to put a little time in that, but other than that, it's good. So thank you. See you guys for the next recipe. I think it's the tiramisu. Yum. Bye now.